give a damn about anything going on in this movie because it was absolutely trash.
It starts off as the worst movie you've ever seen in your entire life, and then it becomes something so unhinged that I've never seen anything like it before.
It's so bad and so dumb.
Blake Lively just totally lost it after Another Simple Favor quietly vanished from Amazon. Honestly, it's the perfect example of how thoroughly she's wrecked her own career.
Overall, the movie's ridiculous. Like, you gotta know going in what you're getting into.
But what's worse, she didn't crash and burn alone. Poor Anna Kendrick got dragged right down with her.
I'm blaming it all on Blake Lively. This has got to be Blake Lively's fault. Because what this shouldn't even be a thing. This should not exist. I'm telling you.
Why? Just for standing next to Blake's train wreck of a Project Dar.
Then do not watch this movie. Do not watch the sequel. It offered nothing new, nothing of substance, nothing noteworthy.
You know what's wild? That Another Simple Favor even exists. Because what landed on Amazon Prime on May 1st, 2024 wasn't a sequel. It was a cinematic disaster with a $40 hat budget and an ego inflated to the size of Blake Lively's delusions.
I am reeling and will be reeling until the day that I die. I'm talking psycho triplets. I'm talking incest.
Let's start with the release, straight to streaming. Not a single theater touched it. That's not just a red flag, it's a red billboard. When a studio skips the popcorn-scented rollout and dumps a film onto Prime like Leftovers, you know it's doomed.
Fucking murder, homosexuality, and crazy outfits on the island of Capri. On the island of Capri! Run, don't walk. I will never be the same, and I will never stop talking about it.
Considering the original A Simple Favor made $97.6 million globally off a $20 million budget, you'd expect some effort. But nope, Amazon buried this one deep in the carousel, hoping maybe no one would notice. Everyone noticed, and everyone screamed.
What the I wish I could tell you guys what I just watched. But I don't know. It was bad. Like, it was terrible.
This sequel turned the original's mysterious charm into a ridiculous clown show. Even Kendrick's most loyal fans have tapped out. People who once rooted for Anna's awkward charm now say, not if she's showing up with Blake again. And honestly, that's fair.
I'm really disappointed. I think Allison Janney and Anna Kendrick were the two best things about this film. But as far as the story goes, it was absolutely far-fetched and really honestly convoluted and so hard to believe.
Now let's break down the core of this rotting sandwich. The plot. Oh my god, where do we even begin? Stephanie, yes, Anna Kendrick's character, is now a true crime podcast queen. Because, sure, why not?
That bad? It was truly like that bad. It's like I said, when the movie gets to points where it's trying to push the plot forward and it's presenting plot points that actually reveal what's going on.
But before you can process that, boom, we're suddenly on the island of Capri. Not for a spa day or wine tasting, but for a wedding turned death trap. Because nothing says mystery thriller like chaotic destination weddings and 3 different Blake Lively's making out with each other.
Run, don't walk. I will never be the same, and I will never stop talking about this. If this is her last film, what a bang. Horrible. Amazing. I'll never be the same.
Yes, you heard that right. Triple identities, fake suicides, and deranged triplets. It's like someone watched The Parent Trap on acid and thought, let's turn this into a psychological thriller. But it's not thrilling. It's laughable. Even Andy Señor, who sat through it all, said the second half lost him. And he usually gives films the benefit of the doubt.
When I tell you, I had no idea how bad this would be. I mean, no idea. Wait until I show you some of this.
Every plot twist in this movie feels like it was written by a wine mom who thinks plot holes are stylish. There's no logic, no setup, no payoff, just chaos. Symbolism is forced. Dialogue sounds like a dying chatbot. Even genre fans asked, wait, is this a parody? Because it absolutely felt like one.
That was like a cartoon. It was like a lot of like frizzy Blake Lively hair, but twice. There's twice the Blake Lively in it. I'll leave it at that. I mean, I'm not gonna leave it at that because here's the other weird, gross thing. There was like very violent, incestual stuff in it.
Let's just rip off the Band-Aid. Blake Lively. I don't know who told her she was ready for her villain era, but they should be sued. Her character, Emily, is played like a deranged cruise ship diva, with the emotional range of a brick and a wardrobe to match. No growth, no arc, just hats, drama, and that bizarre "I did it for you" monologue.
Glazed over and like kind of haha, like made a joke of. I'm so grossed out right now. The writing was terrible. Like Alex Newell and Andrew Rennell, like they deserve better.
I've seen TikTokers with ring lights and zero training deliver more emotion than whatever Blake was going for here. Reviews called her deadpan, flat, and horrible, and that's being kind. Watching her try to act with depth was like watching a mannequin perform Shakespeare. Painful, awkward, and deeply embarrassing.
What are you guys doing? Like, I don't know if I've ever seen a movie that bad, and I watched the Joker sequel. This is not me getting on the Blake Lively like hate train or anything like that. Like, honestly and truly, that was really fucking...
It's bad when even Andy Signore, who defended watching this mess because he didn't pay for it, starts wondering if Blake was trolling us. At times, it didn't even seem like acting. It felt like the real her, smug, narcissistic, and stuffed into a designer coat for one more fake twist.
For a movie to be worse, the worst movie you've ever seen, that's pretty bad. And on top of that, worse than the Joker 2, like which got across the board, it was getting ripped to shreds. And that is saying a lot.
Meanwhile, Blake is out here playing evil twin, triplet, or fashion blogger, or whatever the hell she thinks she's doing, while Anna Kendrick stands around like she wandered onto the wrong set. You can see it in her eyes. The regret, the betrayal, the exhaustion. All thanks to someone who thinks chaotic energy is a personality.
None of this was necessary. This is a sequel that I had been looking forward to since it was announced. So to watch it straight to streaming, I don't know why it had 3 premieres, heavily disappointed.
Let me be clear. Anna Kendrick didn't deserve this. This film is a cinematic obituary for her career. She brought charm, quirk, and mystery to the first one. Now she's stuck reacting to a train wreck script and a co-star who thinks chaos equals charisma. Even loyal fans like Andy Signore admitted, it wasn't her fault, it was everything else.
Kendrick's character, she does, become a true crime star after the success of the first movies, the ending. But she's stopped posting. She's struggling with a case that she wonders, did she do the right thing?
What was once a fun dynamic between opposites is now just a hostage situation. Kendrick's character has been reduced to a bundle of nerves dragged from scene to scene by plot devices and Blake's overbearing smugness. She gets no agency, just reaction shots and trauma dumps.
Just about anything Anna Kendrick is in, she's wickedly talented, attractive AF, awesome, and just brings this weird, geeky, nerdy charm to everything she does, and I just absolutely fall for it every time. I absolutely adore this girl.
So yes, Blake Lively didn't just ruin a sequel, she hijacked it, set it on fire, and tried to convince us it was art. This wasn't a comeback, it was career suicide. And the worst part, she thinks she crushed it. But no, Blake, you served delusion and we're still choking on it.
I really wish I had something better to tell you than what I'm about to say. I want to genuinely know what the writers and the producers were thinking when they sat down in the room to write the script for this movie.
Anna Kendrick didn't sign up for a sequel just to get sidelined like a glorified extra in her own story. She carried the 2018 original with her awkward, lovable vibe. And now she's relegated to background noise while Blake hams it up like she's the only one who matters.
Watch it straight to streaming. I don't know why it had 3 premieres. Heavily disappointed.
Stephanie used to be a beloved character. Anna Kendrick made neurotic parenting cool. And now, she's reacting like a stunned fish to Blake's Pinterest board of a performance. Let's not sugarcoat it. This sequel dragged Kendrick through the mud. Her charm was torched. Her chemistry with Blake, gone.
And Blake's character really is sort of clearly trouble. We know that going in.
Now their dynamic feels like 2 coworkers forced into a team-building retreat. It's stiff, awkward, and screams, "I'm smiling because my contract says I have to." After the first act, Kendrick's character does what? Exactly? Stand around, look confused, maybe roll her eyes. It's like she read the script and thought, is this a prank?
Nothing new, nothing of substance, nothing noteworthy. I honestly just feel like it should have just been an entirely different story. maybe about different characters, and the name itself, A Simple Favor, should have just been an anthology following two different people with the energy of the first film.
Let's talk about Andy Signore's take. When he says this is the first Anna Kendrick film he didn't like, you know something's gone terribly wrong. He made it clear. It wasn't Anna. It was the writing. Her dialogue sounded like it came from a Reddit thread during a blackout, half-baked and desperate to make space for Blake's solo act.
You're gonna see Blake and Anna in their wardrobes. There they are, the crazy big hats and silly stuff.
What's worse is the long-term fallout. Kendrick's clean, likable image has taken hits since this dropped. No one's saying it out loud, but we're all thinking it. Why is she still working with Blake? It's like watching your favorite indie artist do a song with Pitbull. Confusing, sad, and a total career misstep.
She is playing herself. I really do think she's playing herself. And like I said, there's some fun parts, but like I also said, there are some parts. Just like, what is happening? Parts I didn't want to see.
Now let's talk about the real MVPs, the audience reviews. If you want a roast session, the internet already did it. On launch, Another Simple Favor had a 2.2 out of 5 rating on Google. That's not just bad, it's a disaster. Think Sharknado. Levels of bad. Major sequels rarely flop this hard unless a live-action Sonic is involved. But this one? It earned every painful decimal.
Weird because it's like, why is Stephanie, that's what it is, Stephanie, why is she there? Well, she's basically being threatened to be there. That's how they justify it. And Blake's character really is sort of clearly trouble.
TikTok lit up. Comments like, worst sequel ever made, weren't rare. They were everywhere. People weren't divided. They were united in disgust. One viewer said it felt like Murder Mystery 2 on mushrooms. And if you've seen that film, you know that's not a compliment. Another viewer even renamed it an absolute mistake. Honestly, that should have been the title.
But if you really enjoyed the first film and you don't want the magic of that one undone, then do not watch this movie. Do not watch the sequel. It offered nothing new, nothing of substance, nothing noteworthy.
One critic even said the movie destroyed everything good from the original. Imagine building a house, then setting it on fire, blaming your neighbors, and calling it art. That's what this sequel did. It took a story people genuinely loved and turned it into a chaotic pile of reused ideas, forced drama, and Blake Lively acting like she's auditioning for Drag Race Sociopath Edition.